Hello. So we just had an update in Daphne, and they brought back Shelirionach. So Shelirionach is a evil dark mage. She is one of those characters that I always thought was kind of interesting because she has this skill here. People in my comments talked about like how the inherits on the main character. Now it's actually really good inherits. That's a chance to evade or reduce damage. First receive damage higher than 50% of own max HP. Since its activation rate is reduced to one other than Shelirionach, but people say this one's a lot like Adam's, in that it still has a really good activation rate, even on the main character. Though this one does have the caveat that only works on hard hits, whereas Adam's inherit works on all of them. But this is a very good inherit. Like, if nothing else, like if you end up with where this might be a good one to consider putting on your main character. Dream of the Sleeping Witch. So this is her other passive. Yeah, this one is one of those passives that I always feel is could be good because it gives you can get some because you get you MP recovery, but it causes her to go asleep. Then she will cast. Someone said it's Zealous rank 5. I've heard it's Zealous rank 5, which is okay. Rank 5 spells are okay. And it's like said, you'll cast it for free, but it's a random target, so random target's kind of meh. And her going to sleep automatically when her MP is low could be bad in like a Series 5. If you're trying to fight a boss or something, she falls asleep. If you need her to cast a debuff or something, that could be an issue. If you've been watching me play, I use 5 mages on my team, so I'm not too sold on this ability. And like random targeting, kind of meh. If you can control where she targeted, that'd be a lot better. It does recover MP, which is kind of nice. Last time she was around, she was, we also had the Legend 3 Hero banner, which I would think was just a way better deal because you got higher chance of legendaries, plus you had the potential inherit higher chances, so it's just a better banner. She's supposed to get a new class too, so if she gets a priest or priest or knight class, those would be the best, but I said we'll see what she gets here. So we get a class change. Oh, priest. Okay, so so priest is actually a good one here. Priest is good for her because priest mages are always good. Having natural access to priest spells. Most priest spells you can learn via inherits or whatever. If you've been watching my game, you know I have a dark mage with almost the entire priest spell book, but getting them naturally is definitely better. Though she does have the caveats of being a limited time legendary, so it's always going to be a lot harder to discipline her, and discipline is an important part of developing your characters. But yeah, I don't think there's like any other real banners to really worry about right now that you might want to do over this one. So she does make a bit more attractive than the last time, and now that we know she can be a priest, it does make her overall kit look a lot more attractive. But again, usual caveats for Live Time Adventures. And then what other things we got are special supplies. We get some special supplies, get some limited the Sand Shadow Cave pack is coming back. The enhancement cost if the blacksmith's going to be lowered, that's pretty good. Extra EXP for the 18th to 23rd. Ooh, we actually get the dolls. This one, the Sand Shadow Cave request, that one's a good experience. If you wait till the 18th, if you do from the 18th to the 23rd, you'll get even more experience. If you're just trying to max out that experience gain, that might be a better time to do that one, just to wait a few days. Do it on after that one starts, so you can get extra XP. But that's such a great EXP event if you need the XP on anybody. If you don't, then it's whatever. But yeah, what else do we got? Okay, I guess that's it. So new jewelry bundles, probably get new special supplies. Oh, this is the other guy. Alright, so pretty standard. So, oh wait, we get class change certificates on this one. Let's go back. Class change certificates. Alright, yeah, class change certificates. These are always good. Yeah, these just make it easier to class change to a class you've already been. So if you get you still need to get the handbooks. Handbooks are still kind of a pain in the butt. Though after they added Archive of Guidance, it's like suddenly they've run Archive of Guidance twice now. So they're not too bad. You can usually buy the ones you want, and sometimes you can get lucky from the weeklies, but class change request makes it so you don't really need to find like their base class again, which is how it was when this game launched. Like for the first 6 months or so, getting like a way to like change your classes was a pain in the butt. I think it was what, around the 6th month anniversary is around the time started fixing a lot of these issues here with class change, started making it easier. But I mean, when the game, like for the first like 5 or 6 months, I mean, pretty much a class change was one of those things you didn't really care too much about on the characters because it was just so hard to actually do it. But now it's a major part of their progression. So yeah, priest is good for her. Priest is definitely good for her. This is my alt account. I probably should switch to my main account because we can talk about mage stuff a bit better. But let's go. Let's see here. Let's go look at the jewelry bundles here. So what do we get here? You got the Staff of Reverie. This is one of those staves that could be interesting if you could, because this has MP cost reduction for spells that cost 10 MP or more. Like if it costs 10 MP or more, this could be an interesting one if you could somehow get this one maxed out. If you could somehow get this one to plus 20, though if you can't get to plus 20 though, you're taking a huge hit to your magic power. So it's kind of like, it's like all these limited time items, they could be good if you could actually unify them. This not bind tolerance and continues to increase MP. I think that's 7 MP on this. It's like the one robe, so you're probably just better off going mage because magic power is just probably gonna, well, you do get a little magic power here, but again, same issue with they're only unified 1 out of 3, so yeah, the MP, they do, like I said, they would be more interesting if you could actually unify them to max level without spending absolute welling on this. But hey, if you're welling, then you could actually get her. But let's see here. So, okay, they brought the purple gem deal back. That's actually interesting. Because that's usually, if you have purple gems, these are pretty good because you get the 500 gems back. So that one's pretty cool. You can buy her a priest handbook for $20 with some class change requests, and you get 500 gems in that one. Then you got the normal $1.59, 10, and then the 10 bones for $23.99, and then you got your green bones. Anything else special or drop rates? No, not really. Yeah, that's kind of why it's like last time, like I said, she dropped at the same time as like the Legend of 3 Hero banner, which was just a much better deal. So I was pretty much, it's hard to really recommend it. I didn't open too many. I only opened like my normal ones where I bought like these ones and opened like I opened like maybe 20 or something on because it was hard to justify spending gems on what had a worse drop rate for legendaries. But now that she gets class change, she's a bit more attractive, but you have to understand that getting her discipline to a high rank though definitely hurts her. So I'm gonna switch to my main account though because we need to talk about discipline here. All right, here we are on my main account. So I run pretty much 5 mages. They're all mages, and 4 of them naturally have the priest class. Like you could be priest and mages, so they have all the priest spells. So like being able to have mage priests is actually very attractive as a skill set because then you have all the buffs, all the debuffs, pretty much all the spells that you could want. I have 4 of them. I also have Lily, who is the elf mag. So she is also discipline rank 9. She's the easiest mage to discipline rank 9. And so this is where it's like said, people always compare her to Shelirionach. The thing is, elf mag is super easy to get and discipline highly. Plus, because you get so many, you can ensure you get a good base one, get one with a plus IQ bonus and max out a good bonus score. So I end up with a natural IQ of 91 on her. It's a lot harder to do that on legendaries. This is why my legendary mages have such terrible stats. Like your Kathrine with her 68 IQ and stuff. Like it's really hard to fix the stats of legendary adventures to get the ones you want. And the other issue is trying to get these limited time characters disciplined high because it becomes expensive because you have a 2% chance of getting her on a bone. So if it's 11 for 2,000 gems, so you're pretty much, it's 10,000 gems just on average per dupe. To max legendary, to get a max, to legendary, to max discipline takes 16 copies. If you just want to get to like discipline rank 6, like half that, it's about $750. If you just wanted to buy these purple bones, that's out to get you about 300 pulls. You need about 300 pulls. You're either spending about $750 or you would need to spend 150,000 gems, pretty much. So 150,000 gems, or about $750. That is a lot to spend on a single banner. If you can only get 1 or 2 copies, it's really hard to recommend. This is kind of my issue with legendary, limited time legendaries. Why I stopped using Abenius for, like, when I was still using fighters. I just dropped Abenius because she was stuck at discipline rank 2, and the lack of discipline was really starting to show because I had Olive up to high discipline, I had Lanavel in a much higher discipline, and this is always the issue with all these limited time characters, is if you aren't wailing hard on this game, it's really hard to actually get them up to a decent discipline level. It's fine, I said, if you just started this game, you grab them, they will be absolutely amazing in the early game. But as you play, like, especially if you've been playing for months, this is a discount I'm running. I opened this up back in December, and like, characters you can't get disciplined high rank just are not that appealing. I mean, I was able to get Kathrine to discipline rank 9. I have Alice discipline rank 8. We have her at her Blessing of Agora at a high level. We're like rank 5 on Blessing of Agora. And what I've done, the reason how I did this was to use every banner as an opportunity. We go to like 60, not every banner, but every banner I spent on, I spend just the 10,000 or whatever, spend 10,000 gems to get this legendary adventures remain. So that's 60 points. This does not get you a chance of the new one, but always has a chance of these main 6 legendaries. So you have a chance of Katarina, Lanavel, Adam, Alice, Gerewolf, Deborah. Adam is one of the best inherits in the game. Like, Wizard Truth is absolutely worth it. And otherwise, like getting a Katarina or Alice or a Deborah, with Deborah's another good inherit. So almost always going to get something I want out of these, and it's for 60 points, whereas it takes 100 to get a guarantee of the new character. So again, like, it's just, yeah, you would need about 300 pulls to get a character like that to discipline rank 9, or if you want to get, to discipline rank 6. You want to get it for discipline rank 9, you would need about 550. I think actually you might even need maybe closer to 600, so you'd be about double that. So it'd be about $1,500 if you just wanted to buy these bones by themselves. That'd be about $1,500 USD, and that is more than I have spent on this account. It costs more to the next one character that I spent on this entire account. You would have to get some of these other characters, but it's always been hard for me to justify limited time adventure. I really like the idea of having a dark mage who can naturally learn pre-spells, but I'm like, this one was free. I didn't have to spend a lot of money to get her. Like, even if most free-to-play player, you could get this one maxed in, like, you could get Mass Discipline Elf Mag in, like, 5 or 6 months. You don't get all the natural access to the pre-spells, though. You would definitely have to use some inherits and stuff or spend a bit of money, but just spending money on banners, I'm like, it's just, if you're free-to-play, I can't really recommend going after her, but if you do get her, and you're willing to spend some money, though, I do think she's probably worth getting just because she's a dark mage. Dark mages are pretty meta right now just because you get that dark mage thaumaturgy at high level. One of the best abilities right now because of all the post-game bosses are dark type, and you just get you a nice, good mitigation buff. But if you only get like 1 or 2 copies, Eyes That Know the Future skill that you can inherit from Shelirionach is pretty good. It's pretty good. Let's go to the, back to my other account here. Alright, so let's go watch the cutscene here. Want to do it on this one, so because as far as I know, you can only watch it once. I don't know how to reset these scenes. I couldn't figure it out. So we can do it on this one, so let's do it here. Let's watch it. Alright, so yeah. Anyway, not too much more to say on this one. If you want to see my video where I talk about defensive passives such as Wisdom of Truth and stuff, I did a full video about that down below. And as always, thank you for watching.